What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is the return of Touhou. These are Touhou requests that have been waiting for quite a while, actually. And they are requested by Joseph and Orpheus. We have Touhou, what is it? Touhou 8. And I think the game is called Mountain of Faith? Yeah. And the first song is Fall of Fall, Autumnal Waterfall? I don't know if that's a word. Looks like autumn and then AL, Autumnal Waterfall. And then the next one looks to be maybe like an official remix. It says Fall of Fall, The Door into Summer. And I think the band says Dimitri. So, yeah. And that channel is Visseldur, and the first channel is Luchan2. Let me know what's up with either of these. I'm gonna try something a little different this time. Since both of these are kind of long, well, like 6 minutes each, I'm gonna just kind of hang out, just really listen, which is what I always do. But I just don't feel like talking too much today. My throat kind of hurts. So, I just want to get lost in these songs. Touhou, man, Touhou rules. This is Fall of Fall, Autumnal Waterfall. Touhou. Can I say something? It almost doesn't sound like Touhou to me. A little bit. I'm waiting for it, you know what I mean? Tell me, Touhou fans, as you watch this, how's your day going? As I'm sitting here in silence, I'll shut up in a second. It just made me think, like, I really do hope people see this channel as just like showing music to a friend or something, and not just like YouTuber audience. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, who wouldn't want to show someone a 6-minute song and have them just listen to it the whole 6 minutes? Having an out-of-body experience right now. The background seems to be pretty relevant to the title. You know what I just thought of? This is probably a very obvious answer, but has Touhou music been used in any official like music games? Like, I feel like it's perfect for music-based games, like clicking along to the beat type of stuff. I'm sure it's been done in like fan games or something, but yeah, I wonder if it got recognition in like Beat Mania or something. I feel like something is missing. That sounds familiar right there. Dun, da, 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 da. Is that like a famous Touhou motif? Is there a famous Touhou motif? Have I ever asked that before? Oh, it's over. You'd think after 6 minutes and 40 seconds there'd be like some fade out, but no. Yeah, really quick before I move on to the next one, because I'm just kind of vibing right now. Is there like an actual, like, you know, like how Final Fantasy has a prelude, and I guess Kirby has green greens. Does Touhou have like a motif, a set of notes that appear, maybe not all the time, but maybe like at least once per game? I never thought of that, because I feel like that little da 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 da, I feel like I've heard that here and there. It's really hard with Touhou, because as much as I love the music in Touhou, and it's just all a little too similar for me to start, like, unless I'm playing these games and I'm really into the fandom, I don't know if I'll ever be able to like distinguish all the songs apart. It's, which I've always said on record, like it's not a bad thing, but it may not be the case for most of you watching, because you probably play, you know, everything Touhou, right? You're part of it. But as someone who's not part of it and hears the music all the time, to me it has that effect. It's a little like kind of out of the box, but I feel like I've heard that before, maybe. Or maybe it's just like a effect that I think I'm having. Have I heard that? So a couple things went through my mind here as I was just hanging out. First thing that popped out is, well, the first thing that popped out, both of them, is that this game seems to have some kind of nature or seasons kind of thing, right? Autumnal Waterfall, Fall of Fall, and the next one is what? It's a door into summer. And then obviously we see this waterfall thing. We're outside. I don't know if that's supposed to be a Canadian representation right there with the red and white. I don't know. I could be wrong about this, And if I am, it's probably one of like maybe 2 times. But I think that's the first Touhou song I've heard that had no Zumpets. Maybe? I feel like I might have said that before. So maybe, like I said, it's like 1 of 2. But either way, it's that rare that it caught my attention. And it felt kind of weird to not hear it. It felt like that's such a staple. And now it makes me think, was that always there? Or did that come in later? You know, maybe Touhou wasn't even associated with trumpets and Zumpets until like, you know, X game or something. Which is hard to believe. But interesting, you know, if it developed into that. I mean, this is 8. I'm pretty sure by 8 they were already doing it. Or it's just simply not in every song, you know, because this was all about like the flute and the keyboard kind of just like doing like most of the melody work. But it really stuck out. I was like waiting for it. I'm like, where is it? Huh. It's funny how I just said that some songs can sound the same, and yet this one I feel like will now stick out a little bit just because it'll be one of those very, very few that didn't have it. And if it wasn't there, I did not hear it whatsoever. Oh, and then also the name of the game, Mountain of Faith, right? There's like this whole nature season thing going on. I don't know if I've done Touhou 8 before, if I'm going to be totally honest. I could look that up. But let's see. I feel like I have. Wait, is it my favorite song from 8? Oh. Okay, now I'm confused. My favorite song is from Imperishable Night, which is Lunatic Princess. Oh, I've done Imperishable Night. I've done Love Colored Master Spark, Lunatic Princess, Maiden's Capriccio. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. So is this Touhou 8? Hold on. You gotta realize again, I'm from like the outside looking in, so a lot of the titles kind of Mountain of Faith, or it could just be like a different version of 8. Mountain of Faith. Doesn't give me a number though. It just says Touhou Fujinroku. Is the 10th main game and the 12th game overall. Brother. Okay, just to give you an idea of what I'm working with. Both of these songs, when they were requested to me, under my list, they say Touhou 8. And then here, the wiki, Touhou Fujinroku Mountain of Faith is the 10th main game in the Touhou project and the 12th game overall. So I'm just gonna call this video like Touhou Mountain of Faith and just kind of, you guys fill in the blanks. And where does that confusion come from? Please. Anyways, next one. That was great. This one I'm not sure. Oh god, you know what I just realized? It's the same character. Right? Yeah. Flame skirt, white, katanas. Although looks way more evil here. Guessing main boss. But I think this is like an official remix or something. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just here to listen to music, man. Let's go. Dimitri. Fall of Fall, The Door into Summer from Touhou Mountain of Faith. Oh yeah, this is definitely like not Zun. The Door into Summer. Let me look something up while I'm... Doesn't sound like Touhou at all. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's just, you know, it's just not what I associate Touhou with. It sounds like modern, like 2015-ish to now. Like that guitar, that little like that gent style. Sounds like Animals as Leaders playing this, or that rhythmic guitar thing. cool sword. I'm always a big fan of huge swords like that. That's sword, one auto. Yeah, this seems to be the main character. Sounds like Periphery as well. When was this uploaded? 2017. Let me know when the song was made. It definitely sounds like that little... You can hear how precise the electric guitar sounds. The rhythm. So many artworks. Oh, maybe it's not the Canada. The other picture had 3 leaves. This one has like 6. Yeah, look at the pepper. Autumn. This is the best part of the song right now, this whole breakdown. Wow. That was sick. You hear those big chords? Sounds like it's definitely a 7-string at least, but it could be even an 8. The extended range guitars were really popular during this time because of this genre. The lower notes. That's why it's so beefy. So much artwork. Oh, there's a keyboard in this song. It's just really hard to hear it. I think it's mostly just doing like background long chords. Oh, outro difference. Clean guitar. Okay. So that was quite obviously the most drastically different Touhou song that I've ever heard in my entire life. So that makes 2 songs in one video without trumpets. So while I was hearing it, I was searching for. I was like, okay, maybe this is just a remix, and let's find the real song. I couldn't find it. I don't think the song exists as a normal Touhou song. I thought it was, well, let me know, of course, but I figured it was like, because, you know, these are all just submissions, whatever the requester wants. So I didn't see an official The Door into Summer Touhou song. I think this is the door into summer. So, if so, then, like what's going on in this game? Is this game like considered kind of special compared to the other ones? Is this like an anniversary thing? Was this just some kind of weird collaboration? Not weird, I don't know why I said that, but like, is this just something's going on here, right? And then the whole imperishable night confused me, and maybe this isn't even 8, but it's 10, and then it's 12, and then we have an actual band here who's, you know, sounds like, I don't know, some people call it math rock, some people say gent. I don't even think gent is even a thing anymore, but if you like stuff like this, by the way, I can recommend 2 songs, 3, give you a bonus. One is Animals as Leaders, and the song's called Song of Solomon. One of the best guitarists in the world, Tosin Abasi, is all over that, and you'll kind of understand. And it's closest to this one, where it's got that rhythmic guitar, but also the big leads, the big like creamy solos. Yeah, go check out Song of Solomon. It's pretty cool and very technical. But the ones that I prefer, that I really like, is part of a series. I don't even know if it's part of a trilogy. I think it might be part of a, what's the term here? Is it quadrilogy? I think there might be even more. But I know there's at least 3. It's from a band called Within the Ruins, and they have a song called Ataxia. They have Ataxia 1, Ataxia 2, Ataxia 3. I think there's 4. I don't know. But I really, my favorite is 3. But you'll really like, if you like 3, you'll like 2. They're all good, honestly, 1 through 3, but I think the thing is, once you hear one of them, you'll want to hear the rest of them. But if you're into that whole, like, you know, really rhythmic guitar, the thing that makes this genre so cool to me, especially as a guitar player myself, is that it seems like everything's in sync. So like the guitar and the drums seem really partnered, and of course the rhythm sections of the bass have a really like camaraderie in the music. It's just really rhythmic. It really makes you move, and it's really chunky. But at the same time, there's this, and in order to achieve that sound, and I'm not saying this in any kind of bad way, it's just the way it is. The way these songs are recorded is to be almost like totally precise. So if you notice, when you hear solos in songs like this, there's almost like a big difference in the sound, because the solos are really open and expressive. You can kind of hear, like, you know, a little bit of fluidity, whereas the rhythm stuff is like da 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 da, you know, it's very staccato. It's because the engineers do that, you know, like they cut off signals and they chop it up. Really, it's kind of like trip hop, if you know that genre, right? It's like they cut melodies up to make them like perfect and to fit into certain blocks, and it gives that really rhythmic feel. Probably the most popular game that does that might be Doom, stuff like that, right? And again, that's not a bad thing. It's just kind of like what the genre entails. It's what the whole thing is, just like really precise stuff. But you can really hear it compared to the lead stuff, because it's just like the complete opposite. Anyways, this game is fascinating to me. I just heard about it, but now it's so fascinating. The whole seasons, the nature aspects, the white and red maple leaf. Who's this girl? Does the sword have a name? Who's this band? Does the first song, you know, like, I just have nothing but questions. But think of it this way, Touhou fans. If I'm asking a lot of questions, it means I'm very interested and I'm very curious. Otherwise, I'll just be like, yeah, that song was pretty cool, and I'll see you later. But Touhou will always, to me, it's going to always have this spot in my soul where it's just, I'm always going to feel like I'm looking from the outside looking in. And I've just experienced some artwork, a little bit of footage, and a lot of trumpets, and a lot of fast pianos, and a very dedicated fan base. That's like number one, I think I can say it above all, is fan base. People that like Touhou music, guess what their profile pictures are? Touhou. You know, guess what their Twitter PFPs are? Touhou. You know, if you see them on Discord, guess what they're listening to on Spotify? So it's a thing. I think it's even worthy of, well, I don't know about, I don't want to say worthy, but I was gonna say it'd be worthy of like having its own like video game tour, music, like live music tour. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be really awesome, actually. Imagine all the cosplays and everything. But I think most Touhou fans, I don't know if you can agree with this, but it feels like, and I've said it before, Touhou's only really popular amongst like a certain niche. Like I think if you know video games, you might have heard of Touhou. But I think the general population has only seen Touhou in like memes or something like that. And of course the regular general population has no idea. That's my assumption. That's what it feels like. It feels like Touhou is like, if you know, you know, but it's not like, it's huge. It's like, it feels like the biggest small thing there is. Again, outside looking in, just making commentary. Thank you to Joseph and Orpheus. Great songs. And go listen to Within the Ruins, Ataxia 3 or 2 or 1. And Song of Solomon by Animals as Leaders. I'll probably put it as a pinned comment if I remember. So, cool. Thank you. Touhou's always a fun time. And that is for sure, I can always say that. It is always a fun time. I don't think I'm ever going to have like a bad experience with Touhou. All right. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can see here, I cannot be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Peace.